So for your speech, you want to use your words effectively. Your message should be clear, accurate, and memorable, while your words are specific, concrete, simple, and correct. Specific, concrete words appeal to your five senses. It creates a memorable image. For example, you wouldn't explain a snake as a serpent to a group, but instead you would describe it as what type of snake it is. For example, like a python, it brings an image to your head and you can think of what it is.
Want to wake up and have
Whoa! No! Get that snake away from me! No! No!
What you don't want to use is general words, since they refer to ideas or qualities. To determine if a word is specific and concrete or too general, you want to use the ladder of abstraction. It ranks words between general and specific. The other thing that you want to focus on are simple words. More often than not, the best words are simple. You don't want to try to impress the crowd because you could end up confusing them and ruining your speech. And you also want to make sure that you're correct in what you're saying. You don't want to use big words and find out that the big words don't actually what you mean. And if you don't know what it means, you want to look it up and explain it to the group, because more likely than not, if you don't know what it means, then other people don't know what it means, and they'll be just as lost as you were when you ended up looking up the word. There are two ways to use words. There's denotation, which is the literal meaning of a word, and then there's connotation, which the meaning that's associated with the word is different between each person. For example, for me, if I hear the word sled, I'm thinking of snowmobiling, whereas other people that hear a sled, they're thinking of a tube or a toboggan. You want to use words concisely, which means straight to the point. Research shows that the fewer words that are used, they are perceived by listeners as more powerful and credible. You want to eliminate unneeded words that have no meaning. For example, in my opinion, and all that, when it's all said and done, as a matter of fact, before I begin, I'd like to say, those are all examples of words that you can get rid of to make your speech more concise. You don't want to use cliches, which are overused expressions that listeners will tend to tune out, and then they'll miss a lot of your speech. And another thing you want to avoid is narrating your speaking technique. You don't want to say stuff like, here's an interesting story that I think you will like. That will end up making the listener not like what you have to say. And that's how you use your words effectively to increase how you speak and sound better to the audience.